The book of Numbers tells the story of Israel's journey through the wilderness, from Mount Sinai to the borders of the Promised Land. It is a book about movement, testing, rebellion, judgment, mercy, and perseverance. Though the journey should have taken weeks, it lasted 40 years, not because God failed, but because the people struggled to trust him. God begins by commanding Moses to count the people, a census of fighting men from each tribe. Israel is no longer a group of escaped slaves. They are becoming a nation prepared for battle and purpose. Each tribe is assigned a place around the tabernacle. The Levites are set apart to care for holy things. God is teaching Israel that order, obedience, and holiness matter in his presence. God gives laws concerning purity, restitution, vows, and blessing. The famous Aaronic blessing is spoken: "The Lord bless thee and keep thee." Trumpets are made to signal movement, worship, and war. At last, the cloud lifts. Israel begins their journey from Sinai toward Canaan. Almost immediately, the people complain. They long for Egypt, forgetting slavery, remembering only food. God sends quail, but also judgment. Moses, overwhelmed, cries out to God. 70 elders are appointed to share leadership. Even Miriam and Aaron challenge Moses. God defends him, declaring Moses uniquely humble. Miriam is struck with leprosy, then restored after intercession. 12 spies are sent to explore Canaan. The land is fruitful, flowing with milk and honey. But 10 spies focus on giants and fear. Only Joshua and Caleb trust God's promise. The people panic and rebel, wishing to return to Egypt. God declares judgment. This generation shall not enter the land. Israel will wander 40 years, until the faithless generation dies out. Korah and others challenge Moses and Aaron's authority. God responds dramatically. The earth opens and swallows the rebels alive. Aaron's rod later buds, blossoms, and bears almonds, confirming God's chosen leadership. God establishes laws concerning priesthood, offerings, and purification. Miriam dies. The people complain again about water. Moses, frustrated, strikes the rock instead of speaking to it. Though water flows, Moses disobeys God and is told he will not enter the promised land. Aaron dies on Mount Hor. When the people complain once more, fiery serpents strike them. God provides healing through a bronze serpent lifted up, a sign of salvation through faith. Balak, king of Moab, hires Balaam to curse Israel. But every time Balaam opens his mouth, God turns curses into blessings. Even Balaam's donkey speaks, revealing God's power. Israel cannot be cursed because they belong to God. Despite God's protection, Israel falls into idolatry and immorality with Moab. A plague breaks out. Phinehas acts zealously, stopping the plague, and God honors his faithfulness. A new census is taken. A new generation stands ready. God appoints Joshua as Moses' successor. God gives instructions for offerings, vows, and festivals. These laws prepare Israel for life not as wanderers, but as settlers. God remains a God of order, faithfulness, and covenant. Israel defeats Midian. 2 tribes request land east of the Jordan. They are allowed to settle, but must still help conquer the land. Unity and obedience remain essential. God recounts every stop Israel made in the wilderness. Every place of failure and faith is remembered. God gives boundaries for the land and laws to preserve justice and inheritance. The journey is nearly complete. The book of Numbers teaches us that God is faithful even when people are faithless. Unbelief delays destiny. Obedience brings rest. God disciplines those he loves. God keeps his promises across generations. Israel stands at the edge of the promised land, not because they were perfect, but because God is faithful. The book of Numbers reminds us, you can be delivered from Egypt, yet still struggle to trust God in the wilderness. But even in wandering, God guides. God provides. God prepares the next generation, and his promise still stands.